I finally figured it out, guys. I figured out the secret that the government and NASA don't want you to know. There are no forests on flat Earth. Wake up. You know, I've made a couple other videos like this where we explore the dumbest people in the entire world, and you know what? This is the dumbest thing I've ever seen, this video I'm about to show you. I'm not exaggerating. You hear people say that all the time. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. No, you don't understand. This video that I'm about to show you is literally the dumbest thing I have ever heard in my life. It's like a new element on the periodic table of retardation. It's totally unheard of, and you guys are gonna be amazed that there are people that believe this stuff. And you know what? You might be thinking, there's no way someone could believe this. This has to be a joke. You know, you can make a joke video and for people to believe you and think you're serious and maybe make it a few minutes long, but to make one that's an hour and a half long, I don't know. I hope he's joking. I legitimately hope this guy's joking, but we're not gonna just stop there. We're gonna look at the comment section because, as you know, that's often the best part. There are people who, even if the video is joking, even if the video is trolling, you know there are people in the comment section who take it hook, line, and sinker. So you know what? Put on your tinfoil hats and sit at least arm's length away from your monitor so you are not tempted to punch it while watching this, and hope you have the strength to get through it. Why don't we get started? So the video is called, as I mentioned, "There Are No Forests on Flat Earth. Wake Up." You're thinking, wait a minute, what could this mean? There are no forests on Earth? Is this guy a nut? We can see forests. Well, that's not his point. You're gonna see in a bit. It gets even weirder than that. So let me run through the best parts of the video and I'll try to explain the best I can his hypothesis, which is really quite interesting. So as you can see, he thinks there are no forests on Earth. What could he mean by that? So the basis of the beginning of his argument is that all trees used to be like incredibly massive, and he's showing these old pictures of sequoia trees, and he's trying to say that the current trees that we have today are mere twigs compared to the size of the trees that used to exist before they were cut down. So he's showing some examples of some sequoia trees, and he's saying that these are closer to the size of the trees that were normal a long time ago. Then he shows some petrified plants, and he says how living organisms can turn to stone, basically, and he uses this to make an interesting argument. He has a picture of a stump of a tree. Look familiar? Does this ring a bell? Perhaps? Wait a minute! Look, it's the Devil's Tower in Wyoming! Whoa, wait a minute, no. It can't be. The Devil's Tower? It's actually a giant tree stump! That's right, he is saying that Mesa's, including the Devil's Tower, is actually a giant ancient tree stump that turned to stone. What is this? Now, for those of you who are not really aware, the actual way this was formed is when a long time ago magma formed in a column under the earth. It kind of bulged out, but it never exploded as a volcano. The magma and the lava went up into the earth and kind of formed a bulge and just stayed there in a column, solidified, and then the rest of the earth around it eroded and it left this structure. But no, he's saying that it's actually a tree stump. As evidence for this, he shows you pictures of the side of Devil's Tower, and he says that look at these geometric shapes. There is no way that lava formed this. That's his entire argument. He's basically saying that living things create hexagons, and therefore, this must be a living thing. This giant tower must be a living thing because it has hexagonal shapes. Ignoring the fact, of course, that there are plenty of non-living things such as quartz that do form hexagons, but no, this is obviously a tree stump. And look, if we calculate based on the width of this stump, we can determine how tall. Oh my god, look at that. It was actually a huge goddamn tree. Holy crap! Guys, look how big that tree must have been. But that's not the only one. Look at all these. Look at this. This is also the stump of a tree, but this one's just lower. It's kind of closer to the ground, but this is still a petrified stump of a tree. He then says that this one as well must be the stump of a tree. Look at it. It's the same rock formation. These aren't crystals or these aren't lava figurations. These are stumps of trees. He then goes on to say that, you know, these pictures prove that there's no way that could be lava. Just look at the lava. Look at the lava. Obviously, all lava should look like that on the right, and there is no possible way that any rock could look like that on the left. There's no way. And this is where it gets like truly insane. He's saying that this entire salt plain, which has to be hundreds of kilometers across, is the stump of a tree. That's what he's saying. He's saying, look at these geometric shapes on this hundreds of miles across salt plain. Obviously, this is a tree stump. Oh, look at this. Yep, looks like a tree stump to me. No difference there. More examples in Russia. Obviously, that's a tree stump. I mean, what more evidence do you need? These are clearly ancient tree stumps. I mean, you can see the pictures right here, guys. There is no reason to doubt this at all. Now, wait a minute. I have a question, guys. Who cutted these trees? And for what? And with what they cutted it? It just gets better because he then goes on to say not all the trees were cut. I mean, look at these pictures of broken trees. Obviously, some of the trees just broke. And you can see these pictures of these rock formations. These aren't mountains, by the way. These are broken tree stumps. Giant, broken, ancient, petrified tree stumps. You can see all these examples. They look exactly the same. All these mountain ranges are tree stumps. I don't think I need to explain this. Mountains. Yeah, do I really have to explain this? Look at that. Look at that on the left. It looks like a tree stump. Obviously, that is a tree stump. Look at that on the right. Look familiar? And then I'm not really sure where this came from, but he says that sometime between 1780 and 1815, there was a nuclear war. And there was a nuclear winter. I'm not kidding. That's what he says. In the 1700s, there was a nuclear war, guys. You forgot about that already? Do you need proof? Because look at these pictures of nuclear craters that he has on Google Maps. Look at that one. Look at that. That is not a lake. That is clearly a nuclear crater. I don't really know what this has to do with the flat earth, why that's in the title, or what this has to do with giant ancient trees, but it's the truth. But wait, he's not done yet. He has something else he needs to show us, which is equally as interesting, I guess you could say. And he shows us these pictures of modern quarries. This is what a quarry looks like. Notice the terraced edges of the quarry, these lines. More examples of a quarry, but wait a minute. Does that look familiar to you? Oh my God. That mountain range. Look at that. It's the same lines. Those mountain ranges, he says, are ancient giant quarries from the ancient people, I guess, who dug out these giant quarries. And you can see, look at this. Look at those lines. They look exactly the same as the modern quarries. They must have been dug out, and those are the people who cut down the giant trees. More examples. Obviously, these are giant quarries, and canyons are just ancient quarries that were dug up and discarded and forgotten about. The Grand Canyon, an old rock quarry, that's how it was formed. It wasn't that river eroding over millions and millions of years. It was a rock quarry, guys. So I have one question for you guys after seeing this video. Are you still sleeping? Are you? You've seen the proof right in front of you. All those mesas, such as Devil's Tower, are giant ancient trees that were cut down by someone. And those canyons that you see, the Grand Canyon, it's all a lie. Those are actually ancient rock quarries. And there was a nuclear war in the 1700s that we're just forgotten about. And of course, you know, the earth is flat. I don't really know why that has to do with anything, but it is. Alright, we made it through the video. We made it through. If you have not been virtually lobotomized yet, and you're still alive, we're not finished yet, because we need to look at the comments, because of course, that's not the end of it. The video is not the end of it. There are people who believe this. And you know what, let's just say that they're not the sharpest tools in the shed. Okay, let's get started. This is fantastic. Funny, I am a lover of trees and mountains, and now I know why. The spiritual places that people go to, rocks, haha, are ancient tree trunks, have stored in them the memories from ancient times, and most likely are still recording today. Apparently trees are the equivalent of hard drives and record history. Very thought-provoking. I will never look at a rock or a mountain the same way again. Nice video. Now, this is an interesting comment, actually. He says, this video is a fucking waste of time, 100% psyop to ridicule and undermine the credibility of conspiracy nuts. So he's saying that, no, this video is not true, but it's actually a psyop by, I guess, the government, purely to make conspiracy theory people, like the flat earth people, look crazy. That's why this video was made. It's a secret operation to make the flat earth people look stupid. This person left a real comment saying, complete lack of understanding of science, absurd. Totally normal, but there's someone who responded who's not buying it. All science is Masonic hoaxes to mislead the masses. To mislead. You might want to work on your grammar. And why are you swearing all the time and talk about other humans' mental health? Typical demonic behavior. I don't know about you, but I did not notice any swearing in that comment, so not sure what this guy's talking about. Are you a that good programmed NWA slave that you can't think and talk normally? That's right. You can't think or talk normally, but this guy can. This is the most oblivious person I've seen in a long time. Hey friend, love the topic, check my no forced vids, just posted the biblical proof for this in my latest vid on this subject. Biblical proof, really? I want to see what this guy has. Let's check this out. Biblical proof, I'm curious. Oh my god, he's got like 10 videos on it. We're not gonna go there. You know what? We're not gonna go there. What bothered me were the side-by-side pics of capless mounds versus cut trees. Maybe in the book of Genesis, the Garden of Eden had really big trees and majestic beasts. We forgot about our origins. It's true, we forgot about our origins, guys. The Garden of Eden had all these giant trees and majestic beasts, and we just forgot about them. Here we have a real skeptic. I think you have presented much good and startling information. Well done. What evidence do you have of nuclear war sometime between 1780 and 1815? Yes, he needs evidence of the nuclear war, but he's satisfied with the tree stump theory. Wow, what an incredible presentation. There is some difficulty at times to understand, but the incredible photos are just mind-blowing. Thank you so very much. Hi, this really freaked me out, as one of my first recurring dreams as a child was having my brain removed and placed in a giant mining robot. Yes, it must be related. The mining robots must have been controlled by brains. And this person had a remote view when they dreamed. They saw into the past, and that really happened. So where is there any information about the nuclear war in 1816? Just curious about that. That, you know, remember that nuclear war that no one seems to talk about that. I wonder why that is. I'm just curious. You know, why does no one mention that nuclear war in 1816? Could someone point me to some information about that? Looks like I get to lose the rest of my friends after I share this video. Worth it. This is gnarly. I made this connection last week, and now I see this video. I am smiling. Thank you. I don't know. I'm kind of skeptical that this guy has any friends in the first place. But you know what? He must be right, because I mean, he just made that connection last week, and then miraculously he saw that video. It was not a coincidence. Guys, it's all true. Before the biblical flood, there was much more atmospheric pressure, which allowed plants and animals to become so huge. Accept Jesus Christ as your Messiah. He's the way, the truth, and the life. I don't know, I'm a bit skeptical. Can you point me exactly where the Bible talks about atmospheric pressure? I still don't get your point. None of us do. This is the best shit I have ever seen. Thank you. I feel sick to my stomach when I see now what they have done. Thank you for helping me out of the Matrix. I must say, if this was proven to be true, it will be the greatest discovery of our real past and origin. It will change and defy everything. Ghetto C with an insightful comment. No, this is gonna be good. Question, am I the only person that's thinking about the Jack and the Beanstalk story? For some reason, I believe the origin of that storyline correlates with this video and giants. He's right, wait a minute, he's right. Jack and the Beanstalk, the giant tree. They're obviously the same. I think he ate one of those giant mushrooms. If you're uncomfortable about this, the system is balls deep fucking you, LOL. How did this guy's brain even learn human language? I don't understand. Anyone have sources where I can look into this further? What do you mean, look into this? The truth is right in front of you. The proof is right there. Did you not see the pictures? Well done. Fucking awesome job. I really hope in your profile picture you're not the one with the graduation cap, because I am not able to believe that you graduated any form of education. And your English is excellent. That's right. He has excellent English. Oh man. He would have fooled me that English was his second language. Never would have thought. Dragon Ball Z movie, The Tree of Might, showed the exact kind of trees/forest you're talking about on Earth. Everyone remember that documentary called Dragon Ball Z? This is exactly what it was talking about. What about what is underneath the mesas? Any evidence of root systems? Whoa. Whoa, you can't be asking those kind of evidence-based questions. Come on. Mind-blowing. Eye-opener. Maybe if by mind-blowing you mean it makes you want to shoot yourself in the head. I don't think I can take much more of this. I might actually have a mind-blowing experience myself. You are all in a dream. 144,000 people need to wake up and meditate together. That's what all religions have been trying to achieve for a long time. Is it though? Let's all meditate on September 11th from 0600 hours till noon and see the miracle happen. God bless and namaste. Repost for maximum awareness. Yeah, let's all meditate at the same time so we can awaken ourselves. I can't take it. If I read any more of these comments, I'm gonna lose it. Wait a minute. I have an idea. What if this guy who made the video was normal and he went crazy after reading all the stupid comments on other flat earth videos? And that's why there's so many of them. They all come as normal people to make fun of them, but they just go insane. That's why I always say, take a break. You can't read these comments too long. You can't look at them too long or else you'll go insane. And this is one of those videos where even the people who believe in the flat earth are calling this bullshit. And yet, there are still people who think it's real, as we saw. I think we've discovered a brand new species, Retardus maximus. The very rare species of human. You almost never see them except on crazy videos on the internet. That's the only time they come out of their home. I don't know if I can top this video. I've got other ideas for these types of videos, but oh man, this one might take the cake. I also have made a couple other videos like this in the past. You can check these out right here. You can actually click on them whether you're on a mobile phone or on a desktop. It's a new annotation, so that's cool. So check those out. Thank you guys for watching. Let me know what you think. And hopefully you're still, capable of being alive after watching this. I'll see you next time. Have a good one.